We will do one last question on problem solving involving simultaneous equations. Now this question is from page 17 of your workbook. Now Jun Jie went on a trip from Berlin to Prague. Okay, so what you can do is draw a straight line. Okay, make things simple. From Berlin to Prague, you draw a straight line. Okay, he didn't travel at the same speed throughout the whole journey. He traveled part of the journey at a speed of 90 km per hour. Okay, and the rest at 80 km per hour. So there are like two parts of the journey. First part he traveled faster at 90. Second part he traveled at a slower speed at 80. Okay, given that Jun Wei traveled a total distance of 690 kilometers per hour, 690 kilometers in 8 hours. So the total distance covered was 690. The total time taken was 8 hours. So these are the clues or the hints given to you by the question. Okay, you are supposed to form a pair of simultaneous equations to find the distance that he covered at 80 km per hour. That means they want you to find y. This question only wants you to find y. But in order to find y, you actually need to have this x also. Otherwise, you won't be able to link this whole distance and this whole timing with this y. Okay, so you have no choice but to find form an equation involving x and y, no choice. Okay, you cannot just form an equation involving y. You can, but it means that you have to skip certain steps. So at this stage, we won't do that yet. Okay. Now, very simple. Total distance is 690, which means your x, which is the distance here, plus your y, which is the distance here, they must add up to 690. So that will give you your first equation. Now they won't give you this for fun, you see. So you have to make use of this total time given to you to form another equation. And they won't give you this for fun also. So you just try and recall what you learned last time, DST. You know the distance, you know the speed, you know the distance, you know the speed, right? You can actually find the time. Okay? Which means the time for this first part here must be distance over speed, which is 90 x over 90. Okay, so that's the time in kilometer per hour. Similarly here, using DST, to find the time is just distance over speed, right? Distance is y, the speed is 80. Okay, which means that this timing plus this timing must be equals to the total of 8 hours. So that's what I did here. X over 90 plus y over 80 must be equals to 8. So these are the two simultaneous equations, the pair, two of them. Okay, they need to form. Alright? Now you only need to find y actually. So you actually don't need to find x. But never mind. I'll show you how to find x and y. Same thing, I like to use substitution. So I make x the subject, meaning I minus y here. So my x will be 690 minus y. So that is my equation 1e. I call it 1e because this equation came from equation 1. So it's the equivalent form of this equation 1. Now what do I do after this? Substitution method tells me that I need to substitute this into the other equation, and I replace. Substitution means replacing this x with this whole thing here. So that's what I did here. This x, I replace it with 690 minus y, so that everything now is in y and I can solve this equation. Okay, again I need to remove the denominator, but because there's a fraction here, so what I did was I combined these two fractions together. How do I do that? I make the denominator the same. Okay, something you have learned in Set 1. Now the denominator is 80 times 90, 80 times 90, same denominator. You can combine them together, just press calculator. And this is just this 90y is just 90y. Alright? Next step, I need to expand here. Okay, press calculator and you'll get this and this. Okay, now again there's this irritating denominator here which will get in the way. I cannot shift things around with this here. Alright, so what I do is I have to remove this. But before I do that, I combine these two together. If you don't know, just press calculator. 90 minus 80 is 10y. Alright, the rest remains the same. So to remove this 7200, I multiply by 7200 on both sides of the equation. Okay, this will cancel out and you end up with this. Okay, next step, press calculator, you get this. And moving from here, I only want y alone on one side, right? I don't want all these numbers here, I don't want. Okay, so I remove this furthest one first. Minus 552000 on both sides. Okay, this will give you this will just disappear and you get 10. To want the 10, you have to divide by 10 both sides, and that's how you end up with 240. Actually, that is your answer. The answer that the question wants, because the question wants to find the distance that he covered at 80 km/h here, which is y, right? So by making wise choices, I found y already. But just in case he asks you to find distance covered when it's traveling at 90, okay, that means it's the x. You can also find that by substituting this into this 1e, okay, because that is how you can find your x, by putting in 240 here. Then you can find the answer already, which is what I did here. Okay, but for this question, the answer is just 240 kilometers. That's all. Okay, thank you.